For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, and our producer Joey, who's at home with his WWE Championship belt watching. This is the Bama Standard. It's me. Of course, I'm a graduate from Alabama, but got all SEC linebacker Marvin Constance, senior analyst from Touchdown Alabama magazine, Mr. Stephen M. Smith, and comedy legend, Mr. Steve Brown. Welcome in, fellas.
Hey,
what's happening, man? Glad to be here.
Yeah.
So, before we go into our
looking good. Everybody looking good. Everything working. We good. I know I'm working. I've had like 2 blue pills. I'm good.
You look like you've been working out. You look like you've been working in the prison yard with that prison issue skull cap and sweater on.
Hey Marvin, actually, this is some of your gear. I just got it turned inside out.
That's got Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office written all over it.
we better hurry because lineup's coming pretty soon. So
hey, Stephen, I like your shirt like it's made out of now later paper. I like that.
That's what
man.
Hey, he got that from the Chevron with a Phillips, Steve.
I know he got that shirt free with a pack of Newports, didn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, you should have bought 2 of them, though. One to give away and one to throw away. I'm just saying.
Hey Steve, you see he got a P on his wall back there. Should have stood for pass on that damn shirt.
I know. I like his shirt. Steven, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Great.
Steve got his flannels on as usual. That boy always like he ready for a Bounty paper towel commercial. Boy,
hey man,
black man wear flannels every time you see him.
Hey, that's his thing, man. The thing is, but you know, we can't do the show without him, man. He the brains of the show.
You're right on that. Tell you what, Marvin, before we go to our next segment, let's go ahead and introduce all of our guests, and maybe they can join in with our segment because we got some legends here tonight.
And that's partly why I didn't tell you what it was about, because I want their opinion on it as well. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say we got a phenomenal guest panel tonight, man, I don't even know where to begin. 2009 national champions. You know, you want to talk about a secondary that was phenomenal. Oh my God. Undefeated season. I mean, come on, man. What more could you ask for? They went out to the Rose Bowl, did their thing, man. They put in a lot of work, man. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Tyrone King, Mr. Ali Sharrief, and Chris Rogers, baby. I think Chris still holding that SEC championship sign from 2009. Last time I seen you.
Hey, but y'all did some phenomenal things on the field, but I just want y'all to know y'all numbers on PlayStation are like 70, 73, and 78, I think. So yeah, just want y'all to know that. Y'all need to talk to EA Sports about that, man. They ain't doing y'all no justice. I don't appreciate that, man. You know.
You know, when you the first one to kind of recapture the dynasty, you know, they ain't show us no love nowadays. You know, these guys come out, the third screen got a 98, you know what I'm saying? So it just we set the standard, the bar back.
Yeah, man, they really attacked you, man. I think I was playing Alabama with Florida, and I threw the ball your way, and you actually moved and let him caught the ball. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? Hey, Marvin, I look back on the game, he doing this. But I know better in person. I know better. I know what you're rocking with. I know it. So you know, hey. Yeah. So I think y'all need to get together and call EA Sports, man. They doing y'all wrong, bro.
And we're still the only team that's 14-0 as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an impressive mark. You know, I will say this though, outside of this year's team going undefeated, all SEC play, that's impressive as well. But I will put y'all up there.
That is Marvin, good, but
hold up. You say y'all the only team that was undefeated?
And 9-2.
14-0. I didn't say undefeated. That's 14-0.
14-0.
Okay, y'all 14-0, but based on me playing with y'all on PlayStation, no, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Y'all had 14 games and lost 19. I don't know how the hell y'all did it. But this is on my PlayStation. This is on my PlayStation, not in real life. So you know what I'm saying.
What flea market did you get that picture from, Steve? Behind you, man.
Hey man, look, man. Hey, look, don't do that. This is the room I grew up in. Don't do that.
Hey, he got a Boys to Men post on the other wall. Don't do
that. And Jodeci in the other room.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, y'all heard of the word karma, right? Karma means whatever you give me, I'm gonna give it back to you. So y'all be careful, Marvin.
Hey, you know, I ain't got a problem with it.
I don't know, man. When some of them, those girls you run around with might not want it.
Yeah.
hey, y'all make sure you go on your Facebook page and share this right now. Y'all need to make sure y'all can share this on your Facebook page, man.
Yeah, I just did it. I just shared it on mine, literally while I was talking to y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man, I shared all mine.
But absolutely.
Mine is even on my MySpace page. You got yours on yours?
No MySpace. You still got up and running.
Up and running.
All right. Well,
I ain't no quitter.
Let's move into our next segment. It's everybody's favorite segment, Constant Chaos, where Marvin talks about any chaos surrounding Alabama, the college sports world, or anything that draws his attention. And it's unfiltered. Marvin, what you got for us?
Oh, hell, here we go.
This one ain't really that bad today, Steve. This one is more personal today. And it directly applies to myself and 4 of the people on this panel. So
your mama made you move out.
Yeah.
He's growing up, man. He's growing up. I'm proud of him.
Justin, you in that single wide. They say it's gonna be a bad weather day tomorrow, so you better pack that single wide up and move it around the corner, right?
I'm bringing it to your wedding, man. I'm gonna be outside the church.
Hell yeah,
good, man.
Do that.
Let's hit this constant chaos. Let's hit this constant chaos.
But the thing that burns me up is I just knew I was gonna go to Tuscaloosa and get to watch some practices and more stuff because you say you're gonna have the stadium at full capacity next year, but you won't allow us at spring practice. What is that about? How are we denied access to spring practice? But you're going to have a full stadium next season. That makes no sense to me.
You mean they're not letting the past players go to spring practice?
Well, they said they're going to have close to everybody with limited numbers. Basically meaning y'all can't come get in here.
No. I get it. They are still on that COVID protocol. I get it, but even though now probably by the end of spring or mid-spring, it's probably gonna be lifted. You know what I'm saying? But like I got a show tomorrow at Grambling State University. They got like probably 8,000-9,000 kids. They're only letting 1,000 in, and the rest of them got to watch on closed circuit. So it's still COVID protocol. So you know, it is what it is.
But you know, we didn't get to have our A-Day experience last year, man. You know what I'm saying? For those TD, you done been there before. Y'all know how this go down. So we were deprived of that last year.
Y'all gonna have it. It's gonna be a lowercase a.
Don't do that, Steve. Don't do that, man. No.
Hey man, just because Stillman homecoming is a dice game, don't be mad at us. We out there shooting dice for homecoming.
Hey,
don't do that to us.
That's funny.
But I feel like, I mean, come on now. I mean, if you're willing to open the stadium up to full capacity, you played all these games in front of people. So clearly you're relaxing your standards. So I don't understand what the big deal is at this point. You know, at what point do you really begin to move on from this?
Later on in the spring. Like I said, Marvin, you're gonna be surprised. Again, they're doing it with this COVID protocol thing, but now that this is curving, you know, and people saying they're taking their vaccinations and all that type of stuff, they're gonna slowly but surely lift the same sanctions.
Right. I want to ask one in particular though, Stephen M. Smith. How do you feel that they're not even allowing media access?
I'm mad. I'm heated. What you think? Woo, I'm heated.
Yeah, because you got to understand something. The whole purpose of spring football is you see the new talent. You know, it's a very personal. Spring football to me is more personal than the season. So, you know, it's like you're taking away the personalness from the former players and the media.
Absolutely. Yes.
But you know what? I get what you're saying, and I understand, especially with you, Stephen, because you have to report this stuff, and you know that's your job. But as far as
but you know what, he'll be all right.
No, I'm saying, but as far as the former players, you
Hey,
know,
Steve, he can see through the gate with them glasses. He ain't got the kids.
Bruh, don't do that, bruh.
Hey, but real talk,
Don't do that, bruh.
Hey,
Don't
man,
even do
but
that,
real
Marvin.
talk.
Marvin, don't even.
I'm
Hey, but real talk. I can understand Stephen being upset, but y'all former players, man, you gotta understand they trying to keep the players safe from COVID, right? Y'all graduated.
Okay.
Do you know how many women y'all done been with since y'all graduated? Come on, man. Y'all probably got everything. Bringing up to them kids. Come on, man.
And you got to understand too that spring is very important too. Very important.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have no problem with it. My bad, TK. I'm sorry. I didn't cut you.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, it is what it is. Coach Saban, they always ran a tight ship. So, I mean, with COVID, you got to protect the prize, and you know, right now, the young guys, you know, they the prize right now. Our time is gone.
Marvin want to go back with his shirt off. You know, come on, Marvin.
Man, I'm trying to be nice today, but you keep coming at me.
I'm just saying.
You feeling tough because your beard match your sweatshirt and your hat, huh? You feeling real tough.
Looking like Shawshank.
Hey, but Marvin, real talk. I do understand where you're coming from because that's a personal thing. It's like, dude, you should let us in because we part of the family. I get it. But you know, that's that safety protocol thing, you know. So do you know how many whorehouses I was turned away from because I ain't had no mask on?
This man gold. Oh man.
Well, welcome to our show, guys. It's not like any other you've been on.
I'm with
That's why we get tolerated.
Man.
All right. Well, we brought you guys here to honor y'all, to honor your careers. So let's go ahead and get rolling. You know, you guys came into the program when we weren't having the success we're used to right now. So I got to ask the question, why Alabama? I'll start with you, TK.
Well, if people don't know, I grew up a Bama fan. My dad played in the 70s, from the 72 to 75. So he was one of the first African-American to play there. So I've known since I was knee-high about Alabama football. So it was kind of like a tradition in my family to go there.
That's what's up.
What about you, Ali? What brought you to Alabama initially?
So honestly, my dad was, I didn't even want to go to Alabama, to be honest with you. My dad made me go to camp, and I came to camp. I liked it, and the coaches were they're persistent at the time. And I think Chris Rogers, this is where I met Chris Rogers. We actually went down to a official visit, and there was this little kid that was just like hanging over the rails at a basketball game. He was just like naming out all my stats, and you know, internet wasn't even a big deal back then, so he was just naming out our stats, just naming them out. And he was like grabbing my arm and pulling me or whatever. And then after that, I was just like, man, I think I want to go. And Chris Rogers actually, he hit me up. He called me out of the blue, because we didn't really have cell phones for real back then. So he called me out of the blue and was like, and you know how Chris Rogers is, what's up, dog? What's going on, dog? You know that, and then I told him, I was like, man, I'm gonna go to Bama, because I think he was committed to Maryland at the time. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go to Bama. And he was like, man, I think I'm gonna go too. And that's really how that happened, for real.
Hey, so what other schools were you interested in besides Bama? Because we about to cut you off.
LSU and Auburn.
Where?
I was committed. LSU and Auburn. I was committed to Auburn.
Justin, Marvin, Steve, y'all want to get rid of him? We ain't got time for this.
Well, but he got saved and he came to Alabama. So
the reason why
he been redeemed, Steve.
The reason why I was committed to Auburn though, because like just about everybody where I'm from, like a lot of them Auburn fans, and my coach at the time, my high school coach, he was an Auburn. He graduated from Auburn, played at Auburn for years. So, but then after that,
you know what? But see, Marvin, I was reading between the lines. He said this little boy grabbed him and started reading up all his stats. What happened was you were blackmailed. Some little white boy found out your high school grade. And he's like, F, D, F, F, F. You don't want to go to Bama? I release him. And we got you. We appreciate him. Whoever that little white boy is, little Timothy, little Timothy,
hey, little Jacob,
we thank you, little Bradley. We appreciate you. Because them little white boys will do some research on your I was in the mall and one of the little white boys say, "Hey, aren't you comedian Steve Brown?" I was like, "Yeah, what have you seen me on?" "I haven't seen you on nothing, but in 2008 you had crabs." I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Man, this dude crazy, man. What we gonna do with him? That man crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. Ali got the same story I got, man. My folks made me play baseball. I didn't want to play.
You play baseball?
I did.
Like about 4 or 5 balls coming at you when you was standing at the plate, didn't it?
Hey man, hey, you know
that
what?
Curveball looked like it was in 3D, didn't it?
Hey, Steven, I ain't gonna lie to you. You're a better man than me because I'm scared of baseball. I promise you. I in Little League. You know the Little League behind the YMCA we used to play. I don't know if you ever played in Little League.
Benjamin Barnes.
Well, yeah, man. Some little kid, the coach was hitting pop flies, and the kid misjudged it, and it hit him. The ball hit him right here and kind of broke his eye socket. So his eye was kind of like hanging out, and I just went on to the car. As a matter of fact, I ain't even know how to drive. I just drove me and my mama home. I'm like, hell no.
So, Chris, what made you decide to come to Alabama?
I think at the time, our recruiting week was special. I think we got 75% of our recruits that week. Because Alabama was coming off probation. It wasn't the Alabama that it is today. And I think everybody kind of just bought into the vision of restoring Alabama back to what it was, the 92 glory years and all that good stuff, the 99 season. And then also, like Ali said, I just kind of went around and kind of started rallying everybody together like, hey, man, let's come build something special. And like I said, we all came. And then also, too, there was an intriguing part about it. Was so special about it was like I was committed to Maryland. I thought I was on – Steve Spurrier was making a late push for me in South Carolina. And just the fan base at the University of Alabama, man, just all week. It kind of felt like they was paying these kids to reel off our stats. It was like, oh, you Chris Rogers, you from Florida, we really want you. And I was like, what? And it was crazy. And then it just kind of trickled down. I was in the airport flying back to Florida. It's like 2-3 people was like, oh man, we heard you was here, and it just felt like it was on a movie kind of stuff. And they were just like, yeah, man, we get you and a couple more pieces, man. We'll be back. And so the fan base really does it, man. And also too, just telling the guys life outside of sports. When they start talking about Alabama Network, right? Like when you start talking about winning championships and history, Bear Bryant, you really can transition to your life outside of sports. Those are the things that really drew me to Alabama. So, yeah.
Well, let me just say this on behalf of myself being a member of the class of 98. Let me just apologize for the class of 97, 98, and 99 for that probation, that whole situation. Sorry, guys.
It's
collectively a group of people. I ain't gonna name no names, but those 3 classes combined were the reason why.
Mark, were you in on it?
Did you get McDonald's bag?
Part of that too.
I had 2 brand new offers. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
SEC, man, SEC linebacker.
Yeah. I hope the NCAA ain't watching this.
And that's called statutes of limitation. This thing's dead. That's done.
He said they're going through a legal book right now.
Hey man, but you know what the thing is? we went through our probation, but we still are on top still to this day. We went through a lot of stuff, you know, but we're still here and we're still on top. And look like we're gonna be on top again if things work out the way they're supposed to, you know.
We ain't go through as much as you in the public nudity charges, but we still here though. You know, we
that's all right. That's all right. That's all
I
right.
don't know, Marvin. You're dancing on the edge of that with some of your videos.
I know.
See, there you go again.
But one of the things I noticed about your class is, guys, that the closeness, the how y'all came together as a community, and I think that's why y'all were so successful. What allowed y'all to really gel together so quickly?
Hold on. Y'all answer. Let me interject real quick. So being an intern on that 2009 national championship team, I was an intern in the weight room that year. So I actually got to see all these guys when they were young. They probably didn't pay me no attention, but I got to see them grow up and really gel and become that type of unit to just dominate week in and week out. And I really enjoyed seeing y'all's growth and development, man. That really helped me and a lot of the guys out, just seeing that. Y'all don't know how much y'all touched us, man, because again, going from where we were from 2007 losing to Louisiana, Lafayette or Monroe, whoever it was, to 2008 we got close.
Don't bring that up, man.
To be there, man, to just see y'all's growth, to see y'all's evolution, man, that was an amazing thing, man. I was just happy to be there to see it in person.
And you said they touched y'all all the way to damn probation, huh?
Oh my God. Well, at least I got to see both parts of it, man.
I got you. Marvin was there. Marvin seen it all. That's what it is. What's up?
Nah,
Marvin, you seen the good, bad, and the ugly at Bama, huh?
Yes, I have.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Now, I think really what made everything change was, and I know these guys remember it too, is like Coach Saban, we came in one day and he told us straight up, he was like, hey, some of y'all think y'all are bigger than this program. He said, but you're not. And he said, I'm gonna start getting some guys in here and y'all's ass is gonna be out of here. But we, you know, our class, 05 class, we were already tight anyway. But you know, we had some other people that just wasn't, you know, gelling with the team. But Coach Saban just he just told it. And he wasn't lying when he got some of them kids in there. Them boys was nasty. Like, they came in nasty. Like, even Dante Hightower, for instance, like, man, I was pretty big. I was like 215. Dante, he 55, 265.
Yeah.
He come in there and pick me up like I'm a baby. Had my feet dangling. And I was like, man, you got to put me down, boy. Don't do that.
Hey, man, I'll never forget. I think, Dante, what championship team was Dante on, Marvin?
A lot of them.
Yeah,
well, you know what? I don't know which one he was on, but look, they were at the mall and they were signing autographs. And, you know, I had thought of my best Bama joke, you know, I'd have practiced it on people and everything. People laughing. I meet Dante Hightower. I tell the little one-liner joke to him. That Negro just look at me.
Yeah. He's just
I said, you know, I hate him. I said, I on the inside, I said, I hate you. And then I just walked off and just, I ain't even drive home. I walked past my car and walked all the way home. I was hurt.
He got his feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dante wasn't gonna laugh. He's very serious. He don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I got a question for y'all though. Did any of y'all go to Coach Saban's football camp when you were in high school?
I did.
And you still went to Alabama?
I went. He was at LSU.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go to LSU, but that was too far away from my family.
So my question, what are y'all thoughts on his football camp that he does with those 7 to 13-year-olds?
Man, bro.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
It was a beast. I ain't gonna lie, it was a beast. It really was. But I mean, I like to work, and at that time in my life, I try to outwork everybody anyway, and I took pleasure in that.
I'm talking about the camp he did with them 7 to 13-year-olds. That same time when I was down there with y'all, they made us work those camps. And they would send us over there to Tutwiler. Them the 7 to 13 year, they just came there to take a picture with coach. They wasn't there for all the foolishness. Yeah. Them kids is in the dorms hiding. They got the doors locked. They would not come out of those rooms. Them kids is like, nah, I ain't come here for all this.
Hey, Marvin, you know something, man? You know what? When I was with Central, we went to one of his coaches' clinics, and this is real stuff. He was going off on people so bad. Everybody was like afraid. And then what shocked us was he walked up to us, hey guys, how y'all doing? And we like, didn't you just cuss you just cussed out the city? And his attitude was so, he was like the nicest man you ever want to meet. Now I'm 5'7" and I'm looking down on him and I'm like, how are you cussing out all these giants? And I mean, and look, but Marvin, he getting kids too now. He getting kids too now. And he walked up and was like, I promise you, one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. So I maybe coach kind of bipolar. I don't know, because he just turn it on, turn it off.
He out there with these kids. He's cussing these kids out. I mean, he's got them running drills like he had a team. The kids, they the same height as the bags. They falling all over the bags. He started over. Man, so he calls the kids up. God damn it, get your ass. I mean, he cussed these kids out like he cussed the team out. When the practice is over, the camp director called us all up talking about, y'all can't be out here cussing at the kids. You know who that was cussing at them kids? That wasn't. That's my line coming around here.
Hey, do you think he was trying to put something in their minds like, hey, so do you really want to come to Bama?
No, I think that's just
for real though. No, for real though. Yeah.
I think that's just him.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this, guys. Playing for Coach Saban, was it more so a mental battle or the physicality? Because I think he's a genius when it comes to getting in your head.
Well, people don't understand, he has a sports psychology major, so he's definitely in your head. It's not about what they do, it's about what we do. And he preached that over the years when we were there. And we actually believed it until we left. We're like, man, we were really brainwashed when we were there.
Still brainwashed. He's talking to us now.
I think everybody like that when they get there though. So it's like, I've always told people that when he gets coaches to come in, those coaches always think that they're going to be under him and they're learning from him. But I think it's vice versa. I think he's learning their tendencies because he knows, okay, this guy's going to be a good coach. So what can he and what can he not do? Like, case in point, this is just one of my little philosophies or whatever.
Right.
You got Coach Kirby. I love Coach Kirby. But when Coach Kirby puts so much emphasis on that number one quarterback, when anybody puts in that second quarterback, he always has problems with him. Always.
Garrett Gilbert.
But then when you put in that number two guy, like it's like he freezes up. He don't know what to do. And I mean, look at Jalen situation, Tua's situation, like it's just a problem. He always has that problem. So I don't know. That's just me. That's one of the things that I've seen. But
wow,
he just understands.
That's pretty interesting. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Real quick, we have a question from the audience. Mike Sanders, guys, what was it like to go from Mike Shula to Nick Saban? What was that transition like, and what were the differences? We'll start with you, Chris.
That's an easy answer. Winning.
Nah, I disagree with that. I mean, everybody give my dog Coach Shula disrespect. Like, first of all, I rock my dog Shula. I just think we was at two different times in the program. Like, here we go again. Like, Coach Saban inherited a program that's not on probation. Coach Shula literally could not play. When I came to Alabama, no matter how talented I was, Coach Shula was like, man, we playing seniority first. So, like, it didn't matter. Coach Saban comes in and says, nah, man, if you're a junior or a senior and you even with a freshman, I'm playing the freshman over you. So it was just like, you got spent on the head. And then also Saban was like, you older guys, you guys may play, but I need you to groom these young guys. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can transfer. So you had to get in where you fit in, and I just think like, and then also I just take it from a business perspective. It's like when a company do a merger or acquisition, right? You got a leadership, companies doing thriving, holding on. Then you get a new owner comes in, and Coach Saban attention to details. Like even Coach Saban would cuss us out, and me personally, I didn't realize this in my senior year. Like I'm a big play guy. I'm a jump a slant. I'm gonna get interceptions. But in Coach Saban's system, there's no cornerback that has over 4 interceptions. Coach Saban don't want that. Coach Saban wants you to, hey man, you're supposed to be at 8 yards, play do zone press bail. But I'm from Florida. I'm taught, hey man, I'm reading the tendencies. I'm jumping the route, and the Coach Saban don't want that, and you won't play for him. So it's like,
you know what?
Whole different style.
You know what? You made something. You said something that was very, very interesting as far as the freshmen coming in, if they are equal with the upperclassmen could either transfer or whatever. You know what I think that is, and I've seen this happen before. Some coaches, they don't want to have to compete with your bad habits. The new guys coming in, they could train them up just like they want them to be. You, for example, you're a senior and you got bad habits and you doing what you want to do versus somebody who is just as good as you that can be taught their system. Mm-hmm. That's what I think that makes a lot of sense.
But let me tell you what it is.
You from what I saw, you a natural dog. I didn't see nobody taking your position, but I'm just you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't get it. No, it's just what it was. So like, but that's hard for a guy that's 20 years old, 21, who put his life into. Like, I just need 1 year to play, and you don't get that 1 year, you go down to HBCU or you stay and you try to ride the wave. So it's like,
but you know why that is though? Several of my friends are college and NFL coaches, and the main reason why they do that is because if this guy is as good, if the freshman is as the senior or the junior, I know I got 2-3 more years with him, and I'm gonna make him a lot better along the way. So why not go ahead and play him now? And because I know if I gotta play these guys now, I'm gonna be even better next year instead of waiting a year. They want to win now, so they play those guys early so that they can have that success a year later.
And the only reason that upperclassman position can't be taken by this guy that's just as good because that upperclassman is a true dog. And that's y'all three. True dog.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he already SEC, and then even those guys still kind of running trouble. Like, just you
really?
SEC. Like with Coach Saban, you SEC first team, he'd be like, I don't give a damn. Like, I mean, Rashad Johnson was the best example of that. You know, like Rashad Johnson, man, I love him to death. Like, Coach, he was smart, articulate, and then Coach Saban, like, those was the turning point in Alabama when Coach Saban took a guy that was a walk-on and he go get drafted 3rd round. He showed everybody then you don't have to be a 5-star recruit. You just got to believe in my system and work your ass off. And like Rashad Johnson played 9-10 years in the league. So like that's when Alabama really started to like turn on his head and like, hey man, you better buy in or you won't be here.
Right.
Got a question from the audience from Jake King. Guys, what was it like to beat Auburn in 2008, ending that 6-year losing streak? We'll start with you, TK.
What was the fear of the thumb? Is that what they say?
Yep. Something like that. Some nonsense.
Yeah, he's y'all state senator now too. Man, my God. How y'all let that
I know.
Man, it was amazing. You know, playing against Auburn, you know, the in-state rival. But what the fans don't know, we're not as up and beat like the fans are. We don't take it as hard. But of course, it's an in-state rival. We get up for that game, you know. So we definitely wanted to stop the streak. You know, who wants to get whooped for 5-6 years straight? We want to stop that. So we wanted to change something in Alabama, and we started right there first.
Ali, what was it like for you?
I'm with T King on that one. I mean, it really didn't mean too much. For me, I want to win every game. So
right,
Auburn was just another thing. But it do seem like they like beating us a little bit more than we kind of like beating them. Like they you know what I'm saying? They really get into it. But we want to win. Period. You know what I'm saying? We want championships. So It's just
It ain't just all.
But I take it a step further, you know, like, and this is just when this what Coach Saban did better than Coach Shula, and maybe because he was able to recruit better in-state kids. Not in-state kids, but just Shula did such a great job of like getting kids outside the state, from California to Texas to Florida, and we maybe had Ali, Bobby Greenwood, we maybe had like 4 or 5 guys that was from the state of Alabama that really truly understood the rivalry. So we got whooped once or twice, and we like, this can't happen no more. And I think like, and Coach Saban came in, and then we started getting, you know, better guys from the state. And it just meant a lot more to us our junior, senior year. But our first 2 years, we cared more about playing Florida State and Florida than we did Auburn, Alabama, because we didn't know we had to take a couple L's. And then we were like, oh, this can't happen no more.
See, for me, I wanted to beat Tennessee more than anything, because I'm right on the line. I didn't really do much.
I feel that.
With Tennessee, I was like, we got to get them. I can't have them come across the lines playing that music. So,
hey, but you know what, man? You said something too that kind of tripped me out. You like Auburn cared about beating y'all more than y'all cared about beating them. And if you look at it, man, that ain't just Auburn. That's everybody. Because y'all notice every time somebody slip up and beat Bama, they have a damn parade. They rush the field. They get on the goalpost. They having sex on the yard line.
The girl almost ran me over.
Yes.
I think Florida was more of a rival to us when we was in school.
Hey, man.
Who that?
Florida. The Gators.
We just playing Tebow. We was like, man, I'm so tired of Tebow, man.
That Tebow stuff was.
Hey, thank you.
I know he ain't fake, but I mean, I hope not.
Hey, but you know
I just
what?
felt like he was though, for real. I just what I felt.
Hey, but I think the greatest picture in the history of Alabama football when it comes to Tim Tebow is him on the sideline, boogered up, and he bleeding and stuff. I'm like, let's talk about Tim now, because y'all really put
when he was on that knee crying on the sideline.
Yeah.
We got another.
As a matter of fact, y'all beat him so bad he got saved, didn't he? He went and got saved after that game.
And wrote a book.
Yeah.
And wrote a book.
Got another great question.
Championship. We looked at the SEC championship as our national championship that year.
Yeah, because they put Tim Tebow on a pedestal. And personally, I thought he was a good athlete. But no, I put it like this. They are great athletes, but then again, they are great athletes for certain systems. He was great for that system.
Yeah, I think he was just a great general. You know, like anybody, you know, like not anybody, like certain quarterbacks have. Like, I mean, Tom Brady just showed you the same kind of thing. I'm not comparing Tom Brady to Tebow, but just Tom Brady wasn't as great in the Super Bowl, but the team believed that they had Tom Brady. They can be anybody. It was like.
Why ain't nobody believe in Freddie Kitchens? I don't understand that. Why
man, go on with that, Steve. Go on with that, Steve. Go on now.
Look at Marvin.
Hey, Freddie Kitchens was butt naked back then. You know, 99. He was doing his thing.
Hey man, you run a hitch around Freddie Kitchens throwing the ball hard as hell.
Freddie Kitchens,
yeah.
Freddie Kitchens, quarterback.
Freddie Kitchens, and his name Freddie Kitchens, right?
Yeah.
No, not
I gotta go back to something.
Yeah, I was talking about running.
I gotta go back to something. I gotta go back to something that Ali said. Man, you were talking about Kirby Smart, Ali. Bruh, Garrett Gilbert. How in the world that happened?
Man, he changed up. So we went in. We had a different we had a playbook for Colt McCoy. Like we studied in on Colt McCoy. We knew everything that
Bro, Kirby had me so mad that day.
Hey man,
for the whole quarter, man. I only got 2 minutes in the game.
Like we all was supposed to play. Like I was supposed to play a lot. I was in the dollar plays and all that stuff. So that's what.
Dollar General. They ain't let him in the game, so he just left and went to the Dollar Tree. Like, man,
I can't. He was in a dime package, man. He was in a dime package.
Man, the dime package, man.
Hey,
but
people don't
it was just when he came in, we didn't know anything about him. Like we had nothing about him. And then he just came in doing his thing. Like, we didn't know anything. But they was weak, though, for real. Like, it was real weak.
So let me ask you this then. What does Pete Golden need to do to get better? What does Pete Golden have to do, man?
Walk out the building and turn in his keys, get in his minivan, and go home.
Hey man, wait, hold on, wait a minute, wait.
I don't want to talk bad about dog, but he
get in his minivan and go home.
Let me say this. Wait a minute. Let me say this, y'all. Listen. Now, Marvin, you know yourself. You too, Justin. I've been on Pete Golden since he walked on campus. How terrible his play calling was and all that. Now let me say this. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me say this. He got everybody back now. Everybody back. Yeah. Everybody should know his defense. Now the defense is mediocre this year. He needs to be gone.
But this is what I would say, man. Like even with Pete, right? Like.
Stop being modest. Tell the truth.
I can't be modest. I mean, I just think it's a different era of athletes now. These guys coming up, man.
Like he don't call. Look, everybody knows.
See, they finna murder you. See, they finna murder you. See, they finna murder you, bro.
I'm not a coach. I see these guys training, man. These kids, you gotta like pump them with like you can't really cuss them out like that no more, man.
No, you can't. You're right. You are right. You are so
good point. Good point.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Let me ask you one question, though, Chris. If you had no D-line pressure and y'all running man-to-man, would y'all have won a national championship in '99? Would y'all have played as well as y'all played if you couldn't get no pressure up front and you playing man-to-man? Can't nobody cover all day.
But this is what I would say. I would say two things, man. That comes from Coach Saban defense, man. The kids are overthinking. Like that's, I mean, they overthinking. Like they not cutting loose, bro. Like if you thinking,
he don't blitz.
Do I go left, right? And you ain't playing fast.
He don't blitz, bro.
Hey man, I cannot believe we getting sympathy from a dog. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I'm not a coach. Man, they not even processing information. Like sometimes, man, I don't think I'm with you guys, right? But I'm saying nothing. They like, dude, these kids be overthinking, man. They overthinking. Okay. They worry about the social media.
All right, let me say this.
That's it. Let me say this. If you're a coach, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you got a young line, a young defensive line, you don't blitz. You got to cover it up. You know the defensive line is your weakness. Yeah. You cover that up with blitzes, and we don't blitz. Like,
can I say this? Can I ask y'all this question? Just one question, and we should all agree on this. Is it me or does we say about the not blitzing and this and that? Is it me or does Pete Golden call bad calls?
Yes,
terrible calls.
100%. 100%.
So that ain't on the kids. Look, man, I've been around football all my life. I may not have been the best athlete and this and that, but dude, I do know the game some. In certain calls, they should go automatic.
But this is what I was saying. Alabama defense, it don't even matter what he called. Based on the motion, we switching from a fire zone to a blitz or a man. And then on top of that, we got the best athlete. It don't matter what he called.
You can't say that. You can't say that because Florida, if you go tick for tack, in case that you're gonna run with, like Florida had more athletes than us, so whatever they call, they should have beat us.
They should have beat us, but this was two things was the key glue to that.
Contradicting yourself now.
No. I'm saying
they're gonna fight like they do in practice.
Bro, Utah ran out of the building. Utah ran us out of the building in 2008 because whatever happened, right? We had better athletes than them. They ran us out of the building. But then
they ran great plays.
They ran us out of the building.
They ran great plays.
We had
was solid.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come here. They finna fight.
They ran us out of the building. And then you turn around the following year, everybody believed in, like, dog, Ali, you know this and I know this. It didn't matter what Coach Saban called, bro. When we beat Tennessee and when Mount Cota blocked the field goal, Coach Saban told us that season, dog, we got to win 2-0. We expect to win 2-0. It didn't matter what he called. He could have put us in the worst position and we was gonna make it out. That's what I'm saying. They got to be all bought into whatever Pete calling. No matter if it's
first of all, I'm gonna comment on the Utah thing first. Utah ran great plays the whole
quick
time.
gamers.
They knew, but
they
watched us. They said they knew that we run switch routes. Switch routes.
Yeah, switch
exactly.
route.
So all they did was a guy go in and then he comes back out. That's
But
it.
we didn't adjust though. We just had time. It was too late. It was 21-0.
Are you gonna adjust on? It was over
with. Hey man, the game over. Y'all ain't got to fight.
I know, right?
Hey, Marvin, they didn't came on our show to blame each other for who.
That's what it is, man.
But Justin, I'm sure y'all saw this. Okay, I don't know who we were playing. I don't know if it was Florida or somebody. But anyway, the other team, they sent the running back out of the backfield as a receiver, and our linebacker ended up on him. And I'm sitting there like, y'all need to audible out of this. And then he just went down the field, outran the linebacker for a deep throw. And I'm like, man,
no. But that's common in football.
Yeah.
You linebacker, you got to cover that back, especially if it's a blitz package. Most of the time, linebackers are switching off on them backs and them tight ends. That's a simple coverage, man. You just got to man up and do your job in that situation.
So Steve, so you rather have the linebacker cover a receiver or that running back?
Yeah, that running
back.
What
I'm saying, the receiver was covered. The receiver was covered, but what they did, they put a running back out there, and the linebacker was out there alone. But why couldn't they have said, okay, safety, you pick him up, and I'll pick up whoever? They didn't do it. They just let him run down the field.
Okay, but what if it was a cover 0 or cover 1, and you had other receivers that had to be covered? If you got, you know what I'm saying? So hold on, the running back might have been the 5th receiver. If the running back's the 5th receiver, linebacker got to take him, especially if you only got 4 DBs in the game.
They should have did what we do at Stillman. Somebody hit him from the sideline.
Man, chill out.
Run out there from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I got
cheat. But let nobody beat you long.
We got a question from the audience, and Marvin, you'll probably want to chime in with this one. It's from the one in the back. Compare the 1999 SEC championship team to the 2009 national championship team. What was the difference in work rate? Marvin, you want to lead off on that?
They had a better offensive line. We had a better defensive line. You look at the offensive line that they had, a lot of those guys end up going in the first round. You're talking about an offensive line that was ridiculous. And you look at our defensive line, you had all those guys. You had Cornelius Griffin, played several years in the NFL. Kendall Moorhead, I know y'all know Kendall, several years in the NFL. Kenny Smith, several years in the NFL. Jared Johnson, several years in the NFL. I mean, that Kenny King, several years in the NFL. That we had a stacked D-line. They had a better O-line. They had a better secondary, but I think our receivers were better. So, you look at our receivers, we had Freddie Millins, he did work. Jason McCalley, all those guys went to the NFL, tight end, Terry Jones Jr. So we had a better.
Well, let me interject something, and I get slack for this all the time. I think our wide receiver core is a lot better than what people give him credit for.
Oh no, we didn't open it up.
Our quarterback just didn't throw the ball. So when you think about, maybe running 4-3. Julio, we just didn't throw the ball that much.
McElroy. And then see, also we had a better middle linebacker. So our team.
You look like that.
Man, come on, man. Cut it out. I mean, our linebacker core, that linebacker core we had, I'll put that against
overall, y'all linebacker core was
Hightower, Courtney Upshaw. Yeah. Eric, it was a bunch of people. Interchangeable.
McClain.
Yeah, I mean,
but that dude right there, that dude was that business though.
Yeah. Hey man, hold on, Marvin, you was on that same defense when the whole damn defense went down with a torn ACL at the end of the game.
You know what's coming to America about that Zamunda starter pack artwork on that wall. Don't start with me. You got Prince Akeem first painting. You don't leave me alone, man.
Okay.
Hey, Ali, I Ali, I got a question for you. You know, when you first came in, I honestly thought you were going to be that next dude at running back. But then Saban switched you to the defensive side of the ball, and you thrived. So how did you make that transition so well and end up becoming a star in that secondary?
To be honest with you, I shouldn't have switched over because they'll tell you I was dogging them out over there. I was doing my thing at running back when something just clicked on offense, but right when it clicked, Coach Saban was like, "Hey man, we need you over here on this other side." So I was like, "Dang."
Hey man, that was them helmets clicking your ass. That's what it was.
I leave around with like low center of gravity. He already kind of.
I was doing my thing then, but I guess the thing that like I was always a good defensive player, I guess, but me personally, I felt like I was better at linebacker than anything. Like I wasn't really a DB, but I could in the box. That was my thing. But I'm 5'8".
You had great closing speed.
So
you had great closing speed.
Yeah, and I mean that's the problem. When you got a Dante Hightower to come in and
6'3",
that is what it is. So
Rolando, just Upshaw and all them boys. He's just like, everybody ball like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, Dante Hightower took your position.
No. He
Chris
I
Jordan
didn't have a position.
Chris Jordan.
I never had a position.
Hey, if y'all didn't know, Steve Brown was the #1 not need running back in the state of Alabama coming out of high school.
Not need.
He's just like down the field.
I couldn't get no yards because I kept running in circles, but still, it's all good.
He got a candy necklace at the end of the game.
Yeah, I did.
So, guys, at what point did you realize y'all had the squad that was going to win it all? Let's start with you, Chris.
I think we realized that after we lost to Florida. I mean, we should have never lost to them in 2008, but we lost to them, and we just knew we was gonna come back and win it again. So yeah, I say after we lost to Florida in 2008.
TK.
Who did we open up that year with? Was it Clemson or VT?
08, Clemson.
No, 09 was
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had
Virginia Tech.
and all them boys.
I think it was after that game when we saw how we were gelling, how we were clicking that first game, and all I think that notice it.
Hey, let me back up. Let me change my answer. I knew we was gonna win the championship back in the summer when me and Rolando got in the fight. That's when I knew we I brought us closer together. I knew that altercation like made the team so much closer. Just all that. I told Coach
okay, so wait, back up. Hold on. Who won?
In the locker room.
Who won?
Hey, man, what you mean? What you think?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. I remember that same summer.
Marvin, wait a minute. Hell no. This the Bama standard. I want to know some of these questions need to be answered. Who won?
What you mean? What you talking about?
You heard what I said.
Man, look, man, don't get it twisted. Look, man, I don't think I'm saying it brought the team closer. Like it brought everybody locked in together and made us even closer in the summer.
Did the team become closer because of sympathy of an ass whooping or what? Who won?
There wasn't no ass whooping. I mean, like I say, I just think, man, sometimes leaders. I think it made Rolando a better leader and made him,
because you whooped his ass.
I mean,
I'm recording this.
Like, look, man. At the end of the day, made him a better leader. And sometimes need to get humble a little bit. So it just made everybody buy in to the team.
Hold on. So you were a DB and you were fighting the middle linebacker.
Bro, I mean, it is what it is. Like sometimes, people.
You're right, because dogs bump heads. But what I want to know was which dog won.
I mean, he ain't answering this question, man.
Yeah, he's dancing around the question.
Like I said, man, I ain't dancing around the question. You know what it is, man. Like I said, The end result was the championship, man. That's all I'm trying to go to. Got
Hey, man, hey, but you keep saying you know what it is, and I wasn't even there. So come on now.
All right. But I'll say this about that summer also.
Now the hell you want? Who won?
Y'all put in a lot of work that summer, man.
Yeah, put a lot of work.
Most people will never understand the level of work that y'all put in during the off season and during the summer. I remember one time, Chris, when you passed out and had to be put on the cart,
bro,
running 110s out
Rolando.
Hold on, time out. What everybody failed to realize, I drove from Florida on no sleep, and then I jumped into this group, and I was out there with no sleep, bro. I'll never pass out.
Hey, Chris, I ain't never been that scared for a player, Chris. I was looking like, damn, is he gonna make it?
Bro, when you driving 10 hours, you come to a workout, and bro, I just like, man, I was done. And then I had to pull it out too. It was over me that day.
Chris, you know what though?
I was worried about
man. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Me coaching middle school, high school, and a little college football in Stillman, I've always said this: if players don't get to fighting each other, they ain't no dogs. Ain't no dogs out there, and that's just what it is. So to me, that I believe what you're saying, that probably brought the team together. Because trust me, who wants to be on a team where the players ain't fighting each other?
Oh yeah.
Who wants to be on the team?
Oh yeah.
So what you did, man, that sacrificial ass whooping you took. And I want to say I appreciate you, man. I'm a fan for life, bro. I'm a fan.
Speaking of dogs, we got a question from the audience. Who was the leader of the locker room in the 2009 national championship team?
Okay. They just told you. Chris tried to be until he got knocked out.
Hey man, look, like I say, I mean, without a doubt, the team. Anybody tell you otherwise, the leader of the team was Rolando McClain. That goes without saying. He's definitely the leader of the team. And,
so that was so you answered the question.
No, I ain't getting mad with it. Let's clear that up. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't. We know that ain't.
Man, I think we had a collective group of leaders for real, because it was.
Oh, so he must have hit you. So he must have hit you too.
No, he ain't never touched me like that. Ain't nobody ever put no hands on me like that.
Ali said you just said. Hey, no, you know what you just said? Oh no, you know what you just said? You said, ain't nobody ever touched me like that. So that means, look.
What?
I ain't say that. You look.
I'm just playing.
I mean, like I say, it was other people that contributed, but like when it went down to it, they were gonna go down to Rolando. What Rolando wanted to do, what we was gonna do. I mean, Corey stepped up when Dante got hurt. What's my man, Mike Johnson? We had some other people that was, but like really everything kind of flowed. And then and then us, the 05 group, I think we led in our own way, Dougie, because like we had a bunch of unsung heroes on that team, man. Because a lot of us had to be selfish to like make sure we got where we need to go. We had to buy in. So I think, like to your point, we had this thing. Darren Hubert was not like it was a bunch of people that was leading, even like PJ, the kicker, the punter. So it was a bunch of people that you never think about that played into our DNA, to the team getting better.
What's up?
Right.
You know what? For real. Yeah, meeting Rolando McClain, he did seem like he was just all business. Nothing else. I mean, he didn't have a personality. He was just all. Did y'all ever see him smile or just joke? Or he was just all business all the time.
Man, Rolando was a cool dude.
Yeah, he cool.
He was. We sat beside each other, and we was always cool. He never disrespected me, and I never.
No. I'm not saying disrespect. I'm saying when it came to that football game, he was all business.
Yeah, I was all business.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't think
like Coach Saban.
No, I don't think. I ain't. No, me, him being on the field or none of y'all being on the field doesn't say anything about your character. I'm just saying, just game time. You know what I'm saying? When it's game time, don't play. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Let's get it. You know,
And
Yeah,
then also,
I think everybody was like that though, for real.
yeah.
Like,
And then I even think about like guys like Robert Green, man, that people tend to overlook. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
Like,
yes.
we had guys that came in that like when they came in, like everybody was so hungry. It didn't matter who you played. Like T. King played a huge role that season. You know, South Carolina game having 2 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like Javier Reina was a leader. You know, like he played with broken ribs. Like it was a bunch of guys on the team, man, that just like it just wasn't no one guy. But like if you had to pick one guy, you say Rolando. But like it was so many guys.
right?
A lot of people overlook Marcel as well. So
Yeah.
you know,
Marcel Darius.
I don't think look down.
You can't overlook Marcel. You know what he did in that championship game, and then also what he did based off when Brandon Dedrick got shot. You know, early in the season, like people don't think about it. Brandon Dedrick got shot. Marcel stepped in 2 games. He got 4-5 sacks as a freshman. Then he come in the national championship game and do what he does, and the rest is history. So I mean, like it just. But that goes back to Coach Saban recruiting class. Like, but even with Marcel, right, like he just cut loose and say, "Go see ball, hit ball." So
you mean to tell me Rolando McClain out there jumping on folks and shooting them? Damn, look, he was serious.
You man.
Hey, we're running out of time, guys. So I want to ask one last question before we start to close out. What was your favorite moment or best moment at Alabama as a player? We'll start with you, TK.
Citizen Club.
Oh my God.
Be more my favorite moment. Man, that's a 4 years of experience. I'm trying to go back, but one of my hilarious moments that I tell all the time when we were playing in Florida against Tebow, you know how you talk shit during the play, and he got hit real hard one play. He got up. God bless. God bless.
Wow.
What? Hold on, what?
And we talking
Wow.
shit. Talking to him. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna whoop you. And you got up. God bless you. Like I can't come back with no cuss word. You just told God to bless me.
Wow.
But nah, Florida, the SC championship, national championship was definitely my favorite moments. Man, that was an overwhelming feeling just to win a national championship and how we did it, man. It was definitely overwhelming feeling for real.
Ali, what about you, buddy?
I think I got like 2 on 1. Really, is one was like practice. Just being there and actually see like us putting in all the work and what we needed to do for everything and engineering everything. Practice was always fun. And I think that was one of my the greatest times that I had because I could actually just be around my guys and just build on what we need to build on. And then I think the next one is I don't think Erica he'll trip out for me telling the story. But he had told me he tackled Tebow one time. He told me when he tackled him, he looked in his eyes and he said he just looked at him and he didn't say nothing. He just glared in his eyes for a minute. And he said, man, I had to shake it off because Tebow just kept looking at me. He wasn't going to take his eyes off me. They just had eye contact. I was like, bro, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. That killed me. But it was that one right there probably was the funny by far.
Well, yeah. Ali, Chris Rogers, y'all know I'm going personal. Y'all already know my 2 moments. I got, I just think about not everybody get a chance to score a touchdown at Brian Denny. So scoring a touchdown in front of the fans, was off the chain for me. And then also what'd you say?
What'd you say when you scored?
Oh, you already know what I told him.
See Roger in this bitch.
And also too, for me, I never really was a big practice player. But Coach Saban's system, you have to be a practice player. And I'm a gamer, man. You put me in the game, I'm gonna ball, right? So every time I had my numbers called, I made some. And then I got a chance to get the pick, one-handed pick against Arkansas. I just told him, man, don't try your boy over here, man. I don't know about nobody else. So I just think those for me, you know, was my two big moments that I think, you know, I cherish, you know, on my Alabama career.
All right. Pretty good moments. All right, real quick, guys. As we head into the conclusion, Marvin, tell us about the book, how it's doing, how we can get our hands on it, all that good stuff.
Hey, you know the book is doing what the book does. Again, 40plusstrong.com, baby. 40PLUSSTRONG. 40plusstrong.com. Grab your copy. Promise you it'll change your life. You got any questions? You can see it on my IG, Constant45. You'll see several people who've used it and the results that they're getting.
I know Chris Roberts, I bought the book, but I ain't read it yet. And I need it more than anybody right now. I look like a D lineman right now. So, you know, I need it more than anybody.
Put it to use, baby. Put it to use.
Good stuff.
Hey, when you put it to use, you're gonna look like an offensive tackle. But look,
He just happy he got his COVID shot, so he can go back down to the nursing home pimping again.
Hey man, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Stay out of my business.
All right. For each of you, if you would, tell us what's up next for you, how we can get in contact with you on social media, all that good stuff. Chris, I'd like you to start for us. Tell us about your organization. For those who don't know much about it, tell us what it's all about.
Let's go.
And then, tell us how we can contact you.
Yeah, TAP, the organization I started senior year at the University of Alabama. We've placed over 100 student athletes in college, everywhere from Alabama to Florida to Texas to HBCUs to D2, D3 schools. And then the biggest thing for me is not about the athletes, about life outside of sports. So really helping them transition, helping them understand financial literacy, civic engagement, and then also we got to focus on STEM. So making sure, you know, all this money that the university is making off you, but how does that really help you and your family outside of sports when you get these degrees? So we've been doing that. And yeah, you can follow us at TAP_NFP, Together System People. And yeah, Chris Rogers.
That's
Awesome,
what's up.
awesome.
That's what's up.
Ali, what about you, man? What you got up next? How can people find you on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff?
Ali said y'all gotta send him smoke signals, baby.
Find me on Backpage.
Oh,
Oh, I was thinking to myself. My bad. They heard that. Y'all heard? My bad. Yeah.
it's
Go
recorded.
ahead, man. Go ahead.
Sure. Y'all catch me on Instagram, Dark Skin King. Here you go. Here you go.
What?
Hey, that's why I said it first.
Ali,
I knew you were gonna have a whole
why are
segment
you
on this
giving
real
him
quick.
material? Ali, you
I
can't
knew
give
it.
him no material,
I knew
Ali. You can't give him no material.
Hey, I gotta
That's
go.
why I did it first.
Ali, what's your name on Instagram?
I ain't even gonna say it no more, man.
Hey, Steve, before you go, Steve, if you would tell the people where you'll be appearing this weekend, how they can get tickets and all that good stuff.
Me and the Dark Skin King, we will be at Grambling State University tomorrow. Let's see. I got a podcast, man, that's doing well. It's called the Yeah We Talk Like This show. Y'all check it out, man. 4 comedians, 4 different perspectives. It's a funny show. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Comic Steve Brown, and my fan page. And for the old people that's watching, follow me on MySpace, Sexy Tony. That's it.
Hey, Steve, before you get out here, man.
Man?
We're gonna have a great show next week, man. We're gonna do something a little different next week. I wanted to pay homage to the old and to the new. So we have 2 confirmed guests, one of them being Darius Gilbert. And we're gonna some family bond. So we're also gonna have his nephew on. I actually met his nephew when he was a little kid, watched him grow up. Jeremiah Moon played at Hoover. He's currently outside linebacker. So we're gonna have Jeremiah Moon. He currently plays at Florida. He was about to go to the Senior Bowl, but he opted back in, and he's playing 1 more year. So we're gonna have Jeremiah Moon on with Darius, and I got a father and son duo. One went to Alabama, and another went to another major university. Decided not to go to Alabama. Stay tuned on that one.
All right, wait, hold on. And what I booked a show for the week after yours. We're gonna bring in Rolando McClain and my man right here, then we're gonna find out what really happened. All right, y'all.
Hey, Stephen N. Smith, real quick, tell us
That
what's
big
going on with
crazy.
your show, how they can find it, and how we can get a hold of you on social media.
Man, I'm sweating bullets over here, man. But yeah. You can find me on social media, Coaching M Smith on Twitter. That's Coaching M Smith on Twitter. Stephen M Smith on Facebook. The show, in my own words, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube. Check it out. We talking Bama. I've had my man C. Rogers on a couple times. He's been awesome. I want to get Ali Sharrief on here so we can get Ali on the show. But we've also had Marvin Constant on. So Marvin's came through. He two-stepped his way in. And we've had Justin on to talk some trash to me a couple times. But we've been good. We've been good.
Been good.
Hey Stephen, hey, I just want to say when Chris Rogers come on your show, the ratings goes up 3x, 4x.
Bruh, you ain't lying though.
Right.
They love
I ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie, man. You came on one time, about 9 girls called me. Who that man on? I'm like, y'all stop, man. Like about 9 shouties called me, like direct messaging me, hardcore. I'm like, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, ratings goes up, man. I'm telling you, it's just the Chris Rogers effect.
Hey, man, I will say this: leading up to this show, you three guys had the biggest response out of any past guest as far as coming on with our advertisements, our promos. We've had a lot of engagement, for you guys. So there's something about that.
I'm telling you, look, I'm not being cocky or arrogant. I'm just telling you, man, it's the Chris Rogers effect, man. The fans, they really gravitate. They really love the energy. They like, man, there's something about you, man. You and Julio, you and Chris Rogers. I don't know what number, the other number 8, So let's get it on.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie though. One of the best moments of my life, watching an almost 400-pound dude block a field goal. I've never been so happy for almost 400-pound people. To this day, I'm like, Terrence Cody, I don't care what you do. You will always get something from me.
Oh yeah, Mount Cody was a man. Like, people don't understand just the whole Mount Cody. He couldn't do nothing. It was like every game he had a run. It was just coming to him. So yeah, Mount Cody was balling out the show. Like, ooh.
No doubt. Well, guys, thank y'all for coming on. Really appreciate it. Had a great time. Y'all welcome back anytime.
Hey, if anybody want to catch me too, y'all get out there in them trails. I'll be riding a Polaris Razor. Y'all holler at me.
Will do, man.
Will do.
All right, guys.
All right.
Roll Tide.
I was about to say, roll Tide, man.
Roll
Roll
Tide.
Tide.